What's up, guys? How are you? We are going to interview Jimmy the Gent tonight. He is a great DJ that I love. What's up, Corey? Is that legendary Cannon? What's up, Can? Cannon, Cindy comes on here every night, and she's not coming on tonight, ironically. How you guys doing? This is Legendary Talks. It's something I do every night of the week. It's my 55th night in a row doing this. I can't even believe it either. I have a really great DJ coming on tonight, Jimmy the Gent. I've had mostly older people, and we've talked about Canada. I can't believe we're on. We've talked about New York City culture and nightlife in the 90s, 2000s, things like that. But I've had a couple of younger people on. He's one of the younger people I'm having. So, also we have a drinking word every night. You guys give me suggestions, and then I'm gonna let him choose. What's up, Erica? What are some drinking word suggestions? We had Madonna this week. We had Grace Jones on her birthday was a drinking word. Prince, gold was a drinking word when Estelle was on. What should the drinking word be tonight? Erica's suggesting it be Coogee, which I actually kind of think that's a good one. How are you guys doing in general? What's going on with y'all? These glasses are like bug-eye glasses. Oh, Erica's saying the drinking word should be lotus. I mean, that's good as well. I'm going to ask Jimmy, obviously. He'll decide, so. And what's up, guys? There's been lots of great things on IG Live today. Cassidy, what's up, Chandra? Cassidy and O'Neill are doing a tribute to Andre Harrell right now, which is amazing. I was really enjoying it. I actually had to leave theirs to come here. Hey, Biggie, I'll take it. That's a compliment to me. What should the drinking word be? So far we have Lotus and Coogee as drinking word options. What are some more suggestions for the drinking word? So anyway, we have Jimmy the Gent. He's one of my favorite young DJs. He's kind of an old soul and really great. And I'm really excited to talk to him. He's got like it was really observant, and he'll sometimes remind me of stories like that he and I experienced that I have like no recollection of. So I'm excited to chat with him. And he is a big stoner, so I'm wondering what time he'll join. Oh, we're early, so he still has time. I don't know if he'll be on time, but he'll be here. He's very responsible, actually. He spins my Legendary Thursdays Zoom party right now, which I've done for about 2 months almost. He spins it every Thursday. He spins great. And, he's just a great, all-around great guy. I'm excited to chat with him. Cannon, what's up with you? What have you been up to? I posted some throwback pictures. Andre? Cannon, I posted some throwback pictures of when I used to style with you, assist you, and stylist, and it was very fun. Those pictures, they were amazing. I really enjoyed them. Of course, Sean or Cannon's on tonight. What's up, Jibo? Sydney's on every single night. Sydney's not going to be on tonight. One time that Cannon comes on. How funny, right? How's everyone holding up? Yeah, Erica, your set was great today as well. I loved it. Erica, the DJ. Yes, our legendary shoots. Oh, he's right on time. Actually, perfect. Welcome, Jimmy the Gent, y'all.
Yo.
What?
How you doing, baby?
Good. How are you? I wore
like
my
the
Coogee.
outfit.
Thank you. I wore my Coogee kind of in honor of you. I don't really know why.
I love Coogee.
I love Coogee as well, so it's in honor of myself, I guess, and you. It just felt like the right thing to wear. So, how you feeling?
I'm feeling good. It was beautiful here today.
Great. I'm happy to hear that. So we have a drinking word every night, and I let the people give me the suggestions, and the guest gets to choose. So far the suggestions are Coogee, Lotus, and I think that's the only suggestions. Do you want to choose one of those, or you want to add a different one?
I don't know. We should throw downtown in there because that's gonna come up a lot.
So you want the word to be downtown? That's fine. You choose.
Yeah.
Fine, no problem. Downtown is a drinking word, so let's start there. Everyone take a sip.
Yes, peace and blessings to downtown.
So first of all, I think I'm pronouncing your DJ name wrong. Shonda's correcting me. Your current DJ name is the Gent, correct?
The Gent, like
Okay,
the
because it
gentleman.
was Jimmy the Gent for many years, but I forgot. I can't. I'm old school. What can I say?
Yeah.
You've seen the show a lot. You know all about it. A lot of people don't. Maybe don't know. Cannon's watching it the first time. So basically, I interview my cool friends about music and culture. But what's up, Eric Lapo? But it has kind of shifted itself into being this like cultural history lesson on New York in the 90s and 2000s, which has been really amazing. So,
Okay.
and I regularly don't interview younger people. You're only the third one I've done. So, but you're young, but you have an old mind. You always have. So even when you were young. So I just, want to shout you out for that and let you know that, I
No,
think
I
that
appreciate that. I
you're great.
appreciate that. Like you've been a
Um,
big inspiration to me, so like that means a lot.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Okay, so I want to, ask you a couple questions. You're from Pennsylvania?
Yes, originally.
Got it. You were born there, right?
Yeah.
And so I ask everyone this question because I think it's really interesting and telling. Were you from downtown Pennsylvania by any chance?
We gotta take a drink. There is no. I mean, we do have a downtown, but I was born in Allentown. You know, like the Billy
That
Joel
wasn't even a
song.
real question, by the way. But
Okay.
okay, so um, what was the first kind of song that you really connected with as a really young child? Like a 6-year-old, 7-year-old, 8-year-old.
Probably like either Anita Baker or Al Jarreau, because
Al
that's what
Jarreau.
my
Okay.
father was listening to. So like that was what it. That's what it. Pretty much Anita Baker. I was obsessed.
Got it.
Obsessed with Anita Baker.
Anita Baker's from Detroit, by the way, like me. So,
Oh, word.
okay. So Anita Baker, and then what was the first CD or music that you bought with your own money?
Probably with my own money. I think I really started buying my own CDs probably like in the 6th grade, and I think the first one I bought was I think it was Jay-Z probably. A
Jay-Z.
Jay-Z
Which
album.
one? Which one?
Hard Knock Life, the volume 1.
That's a good one. That's a good first album. And what was the first concert you went to?
The first concert I went to,
Yep.
like my first real official concert I went to, actually Eric Lapo got me tickets to see Jay-Z and Mary J. Blige at Madison Square Garden. That was like my first real like actually like going to a concert, and like it was dope. We had box seats. It was
I
Eric was good for things like that.
I went to that concert as well, and it was amazing. I loved it.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was. Mary killed that.
Yes, you're right. Shout out to Eric Lapo. He was on here about a month ago, and he was great.
Yeah.
So this is my 55th night in a row. Can you believe that?
55th night. Yeah, I can't believe it. You're like a workhorse.
It's insane to me that
Going.
for some reason 55 today. I was like 50 freaking 5. That seems like a lot. 50 doesn't seem like as much. 55 seems a lot. Anyway, and I'm not stopping until the quarantine's over. By the way, I'm doing it every night of the quarantine.
And I think you
Okay.
keep going after too. You do good at
Yeah,
it.
I will. But I'm saying this for right now. This won't go right. I am doing every night until the quarantine's over. Okay, so when did you move to New York?
My junior year of high school, I moved out here with my mom.
What year was that?
2004 or 2005. I think it was 2005.
Okay, and what was the first nightclub you went to in New York?
Exit, Club Exit. They used
Exit.
to do,
Where was that again?
Club Exit on the West Side. That's like.
And what was that experience? How was that?
I was supposed to sell tickets for like the teen night at school, and like I tried to sell tickets. I really wasn't selling them, so I just went by myself. And it was like the night was like for what was it? Elephant Man, and at the time True Life and Baby Rasta, Y Gringo, which is like a reggaeton act, and that was like my first like New York City like club experience. I don't
that was
consider
right.
my official first one. I consider Lotus really to be my first like club experience.
Wait, and that was like 2005 or something?
What, Lotus?
No, when you went to Exit.
No, that was 2005.
Okay.
2005.
Okay, and then the next big club was Lotus. Is that what you're saying?
No, there were Lotus was the big one because that was the one where I was like first, like where I was impressed, and I was like, okay, I'm not leaving New York. Because like at the time, I wanted to really leave New York. Like I didn't care to live here. Like I was just like, I don't know what's going on. Like I really came here for family. So
Yeah.
I was like kind of like really like ready to go after high school. I was like, this isn't really my thing. So when I went to Lotus and I got introduced to the whole Lotus vibe, I was just like, oh fuck no, I'm not leaving. I was like, I'm gonna stick around.
What happened? You walked into Lotus and describe the scene to me.
Oh, it was major. It was massive. I can say honestly to this very day, I still haven't seen anything like what I saw when I walked into Lotus the first time. DJ Kool was standing in front of the rope at the VIP.
The VIP, yeah.
You were at the table with Khalees. And I remember what she was wearing. She's like in a real dope like Chanel outfit, like really like 1950s classic, like it looked real boss look. She was in because Bossy just came out at that time.
Okay.
So that was that year. So I walked in and she was there. I'm pretty sure Nitro was there with one of the Wayne's brothers at the time, and it was just an array of characters. I mean, like you just never knew who you were gonna. I mean, there was a guy. He had like a pirate or like a pirate hat on, and he'd be in the middle of the dance floor spinning around. I think
Jean-Claude. His name is Jean-Claude.
Yeah. And I just remember seeing that, and I was just like, holy shit. I was like, what the fuck did I just walk into? I was like, is this like really happening? I was like, is this a rap video? Like, is this like a normal thing, a Sunday night? Like, who goes out like this? So like, for me, that was like, boom, like that, like just opened up my whole world.
And who was DJing?
Goldfinger, of course, Sunday.
Exactly. So,
the Grandmaster.
So what do you remember about the music that night?
Goldfinger's the first DJ that like I ever heard that made me feel like emotional. Like where I was just like I had to stop and like really like take
like a reaction, an actual real, emotional reaction.
Like,
I agree.
He was just a larger than life figure to me. Like I really like idolized him. And he wasn't spinning on Seratos at the time either. He was
vinyl.
Like, he wasn't doing vinyl. Oh. He was doing CDs. And I never even seen, like, I've seen guys spin on CDJs, but not like he was just so fluid, and it's a rotary mixer in there. It's not like, we're like really privileged now. Like when you go into a club, like the mixers that are there are kind of like made easy. It's like they're made to make you sound better than what you really are. And like that was like a mixer, like you couldn't bullshit it. Like it was a rotary mixer, you had to be nice. And this dude was moving at the speed of light, flipping through the CD book, pulling out the CD, just like nonstop. It was just like holy shit.
Right. He was so hard.
It was amazing.
Well, also, I call him kind of the Larry Levan of hip hop and of that era. Like he was, I don't know, I never met Larry Levan, but he was kind of like as emotion, like it would make people feel so much the way that Larry Levan apparently did as well. So, and Goldfinger, the best thing about Goldfinger was that he would just read the room so well. Like the room would be a different crowd, one Sunday, and a different crowd the next Sunday, and he would do exactly what each crowd needed. That was his strength, I think, for sure, one of his strengths. But
I mean, he's a brilliant DJ to me. I think
he is 100%.
He'll go down as one of the best in New York City nightlife history. Like
I absolutely agree with you. Forever. I gave him the best of the 90s and 2000s, along with Eric LaPoe. What's up, Frank Roberts? Okay, so, and then how did we meet exactly?
Tony C. That first night I went to Lotus, we walked over to your booth to get a drink, and I just remember I was just like, who the fuck is this guy? Like, it was a very predominantly black crowd, so I was very taken back. You and Tony were like the two white people in there with like the three managers. That's about it. And Red.
How was I dressed?
And Red. I can't remember how you were really fly, because I mean you were standing in the booth and like literally running the room, and like celebrities, like you name it, who's who, like everyone I was just like, who is this guy? Like, how is this man like the centerpiece of this whole party? This white guy is running like this hip hop party, all these rappers coming through, like they got to stop and then acknowledge. I was like, what the hell is going on? It's like somebody cue me in. I was like, Tony, who is he? He's like, this is Damon. This is his party. I was like, oh.
A lot of people say that. Who is he? Shout out to Frank Roberts, by the way. We did that party together, obviously. He's on here, too. So, Frank, we love you. I'm glad you're here and joining us.
Frank's a legend, too. I don't know you, but, like, I'm a fan, so.
Frank, Ben Pundle is coming on here on Tuesday, by the way.
No.
Okay, so we met, and then you became like a Lotus regular, and then what was your first DJ job?
My first DJ job was, like, I had a gig in Williamsburg. I, like, got like some Craigslist posted and went out and booked myself a gig and just like showed up and was like, hey, I'm here. And that was like my first gig. That was like baby steps. And then
how did it go? How did that go?
It went fine. Like I didn't really, like, I'll be honest, I didn't know what I was doing. You know what I mean? I was learning, and it was it was a good place to be. You know what I mean?
You fake it till you make it. You mean?
Yeah.
And then, do you remember the first time you spun for me? Because I do.
I do. The first time I spun for you, you didn't show up.
No, that's not true. The very first time you spun for me was at Hotel Graffu, a restaurant where I was doing a brunch party, and you spun there. And I was like, yo, I didn't.
One of the first.
No, that was the first. Trust me. The one I didn't show up is a totally different story. So,
okay.
So I was a brunch party, and I was gonna, kind of have food, not a party, just we needed some music in the background, and you were, saying you were a DJ and trying to, kind of come up as a DJ. I said, let me give him a shot one time, see how he spins, whatever. And you spun so good, and I was amazed at like, because you're probably 20, how old are you, 23 at the time or something?
No, I had just turned 21 because that was like RDV.
Okay, all right, whatever. You were very young, and you were spinning things like Peebo Bryson and Al Jarreau and Anita Baker, like, what does this kid know about this music? He freaking wasn't even, some of these songs came out before he was born, and you just had such an old soul as a DJ. I was like, wow. And, you were not technically amazing yet, but your style was already there, and it was really great, to be honest, from the very first time. And that was the first time I heard you spin. So it was like a chill party, nothing crazy. It was like, just people eating and in the background.
Nice.
So then, you can tell the other story, and this is definitely after the next story, when I didn't show up, by the way.
Yeah, so I remember, what was it, Sky Bar, I think it was?
Mm-hmm.
And I remember, too, because I had gone there one time. I was like, yo, this is chic. I want to spin here. And I guess I just put that energy out into the universe. And then, like, you called and he's like, hey, I want you to do a party for my friend Janelle Monáe. He's like, she just got off a tour. And I was like, oh, you want me to spin a party for Janelle Monáe? I was like, oh, really? So I was like really stoked. It was like the first time anyone called me and asked me to entertain like an artist, an entertainer, like someone that we look up to. So I was like really excited and nervous. And then I got there and I'm like, I'm texting you. I'm like, yo, so what's up? I'm here. I'm setting up. Like, where you at? And you never said anything back. And I'm like, what's going on? Like, I'm here. And you never showed up, and I was like, what the hell is going on? And then she pops up at the DJ booth, and she's like, yo, what's up? My name is Janelle. I want to hear, like, I think at the time it was like A&ADs that by, like, Travis Porter or something. She wanted to hear something. She's like, I want to turn up. She's like, I just got off tour. She's like, I've been working. She's like, I want to have a good time. Like, put some turn up on. I was like, oh, wow. I was like, and that was my first, like, real, like, interaction with, like, an artist, between a DJ and an artist.
No, that crew in general, they love to dance, they love to turn up together, like that whole crew. They're awesome. So what it was is I was working somewhere else, and I just set up the party. So I just, for the record, I did not show up. I knew I wasn't going to be there. I didn't want to tell you because you'd be too nervous. So I just set it up, the whole party, and I knew I was never going to be able to go because, I just had another, she kind of hit me up last minute and said, hey, I want to do this thing. I organized it for her, got her DJ, set up the party, but I was working somewhere else. That's the answer, Erica Poe, by the way. Okay, so, but I remember, thinking it's probably going to work out fine. You had only spun for me once or twice before, but I had a feeling it was going to, like, I know her, I know you. She was very young as well. She was probably about, if you were 21, she was probably 23 or something at the time. She was really young. So I knew it'd be fine, and I knew it would, be good. So, and then what's your kind of next big break as a DJ after that?
Oh man, there's like a series of them. I feel like the next big one, like in like the timeline of like my history of working with you, was when we did the party at Gold Bar for New Year's Eve. And we did it with Steve Lewis, Johnny Lennon. It was Julian Cavan, Charlie Brown, and I think Olivia Dope spun that night as well too.
Olivia Dope was an upcoming. Yep. Olivia Dope was an up-and-coming DJ. That was one of her first big gigs, I think. And to be honest, New Year's Eve parties are always kind of like, I don't know, not amazing. And that one in particular, that one in particular was a great New Year's Eve party. I remember that party specifically. So, you mean?
Yeah.
And then did you have any mentors along the way, like, you know, up until that point? What's up, Kiss the DJ?
What's up, Kiss?
Miss you.
Actually, Kiss and MOS are probably my biggest mentors as DJs. And like extremely impactful on like my personal life and professional life. So
they're both strong, amazing people. You're actually really fortunate to have been coming up like at the same time that they were, you know, like you were all in the same era. You know, you could have came up 10 years later and missed them or whatever. You mean? So
yeah, which is really crazy to me because I like sometimes I think like even like with some of the people I'm around, like when I came into it, like I came in with you and Eric and Tony, I came in with such an older, like mature crowd, like people who already had like knowledge of the landscape and the business. And like, we're really like 100% like truly invested in it. Like this is like before influencers and Instagram. Is like the people that were really the stars in the night, like they felt like real stars to you.
But it was based off of authenticity and realness. That's what it was before
Yeah, it was like true interactions with people. It's much different.
Yes, I agree. What's up, Sean? Just seeing y'all every 20 minutes, guys. So yeah, I think that, you know, you're really fortunate to come up in that time when it was Kiss and MOS kind of blowing, you know, becoming these amazing superstar DJs, and, you know, first Goldfinger first, and then Kiss and MOS. What a great, and Eric Capone, what a great pedigree to like be, you know, coming up underneath. You mean? I've always thought that about you. You're really.
I mean, Tony played a big part in it too. Like Tony, like had me and Tony not met each other, and had he not done what he did for me and introduced me to the people, I mean, I would have never known you. I would have never known Eric. I would have never. It really all goes back to Tony. Tony really like nurtured me and showed me a lot of love and patience and kindness, and like took me in and like made me into the man in person that I am.
Is he on here right now?
Probably not. But.
Okay. Okay. So Kiss and MOS were mentors of yours. Anybody else really help you out along the way?
Later on, I would say Kieran. Johnny Lennon helped me like a tremendous amount with my career. He was always a good person to talk to. He's very like friendly.
He's another one. Listen, he's another one. He's just real and authentic. You mean? Yeah. Everyone you're mentioning is a real. Listen, I've said this for years. People knew about me before Instagram. Everyone you're mentioning the same thing. All of us people, we were as poppin' before Instagram as we are now. If you know, I mean, so I agree with that. So Johnny Lennon is a great guy and a great person for you to mentor you as well. Like what a great, you know, all these great people. So
I mean, Gold Bar played a really big part of my career. Like that's where my career. I feel like when I started playing Gold Bar and working with Johnny, that's when like things really like kind of like took off for me. Like when I started hanging out down there, which was like at the end of Lotus, because when you
started hanging out downtown New York, we got a drink. Drinking word is downtown, you guys.
Downtown.
Wait, let me ask you a question. Thank you. Let me ask you a question. Was the Our New Year's Eve party the first time you spun at Gold Bar?
RDV was first.
No, I'm saying, was the first time you spun at Gold Bar at the New Year's Eve party we did together?
I think so.
And there you go.
I think, you know, the first person who took me to spin down there in all actuality was Danny Rocks. That's how I met Johnny Lennon. Danny Rocks. You know Danny Rocks, right? He works with Paulie D and all those guys. Really nice guy. And I met him through you guys at the RDV party because he's friends with Kirill. Yeah. When you guys originally started doing Baby I'm a Star at RDV, for me it kind of started when you started doing it down on the lower east side. I forget the name of that party that you were doing before Baby I'm a Star.
The party was called Dance, Music, Sex, Romance, and the club was called 105 Riv. It just came to me.
Yeah, and that's how like to me that's where Baby I'm a Star like really started to form. And then I followed you guys over to RDV. So like
That's the first.
RDV really kind of set it off too.
That's the first time me, Kiss, and MOS worked together on a party. Kiss and I worked at Gold Bar together. Then the three of us did that Dance Music Sex Romance together, which was our first thing we ever did together. And that was about 12 years ago, and we still, you know, we do parties together, I think, for life, forever. Kiss, you're stuck with me. Kiss, you're stuck with me forever, by the way.
What up, Kiss? I see you, baby. I miss you, girl.
So that RDB party was good. Were you there when Lady Gaga performed that night?
That wasn't RDV. That was at 105 Riverton. And
no, I know. But you were there, right?
I had no idea what was going on. Like, no one, as a matter of fact, I feel like none of us knew what was going on. And I remember, like, standing next to MOS and Kiss, and they were kind of looking, and everyone was just like, okay, like, the white girl in the leotard, like, she's rolling around on this little stage. But, like the one thing, and this is the thing that's so special about, like, being, like, young and being able to, like, watch your peers go to that, like, take it there, is that there wasn't even that many people in the club. And this is what I try to tell, like, all my friends, like, when we're out trying to do these parties and come up, I'm like, yo, you don't understand, like, the best shit happens when no one's there. Because I've seen it happen. And that girl went through the ceiling to the moon and back again for that one little performance in front of a bunch of people who didn't even understand who she was, and she didn't care. And she went hard. And I'll never forget that. And that was like a great moment in nightlife for me, because literally 6 months later, I'm with Tony doing a gig at Webster Hall, and she just blew up off the Just Dance. And there she was walking in to go do like the big performance for Webster Hall for New Year's Eve. And it's just like, boom. And I was just like, damn. I was like, yo, fucking Damon, that dude just knows. Like, and it's like, it's been like that since I've known you, like over and over again. Like you have a way of working with people and bringing talents out. And people, some of them become stars, some of them become regulars in the industry. But like you've definitely, I feel like personally, like in the scene, you've definitely done a lot to like give people a pathway to like wherever they need to go. So.
Thank you, I appreciate that. Also, I had an idea that Lady Gaga was. I feel like I didn't know she was going to be like this mega, you know, ginormous superstar she is. But I had a feeling she was going to, even that night before she came in, I knew it. You mean? And I had a feeling. Yeah, she came. Listen, I said she came in as Lady Gaga. She had her hood up, her glasses on, and she was not playing around. So you mean?
No, she was already that. Like, she didn't need a stage with thousands and thousands of people in front of her. She really was already that, and she really did the whole, you know, downtown New York grind. Like, that's some real shit. Like,
downtown.
For people who haven't done it, she really did the grind. So respects to her, respects to you and everyone else.
Something really funny is that they were doing a blog story on me that night. This camera, Jeremy Hassel was doing a blog story on me, following me around with the camera, not her, which was ironic. So we were both in the green room. And they were interviewing me, and they panned to this girl like laughing in the corner as Lady Gaga. It's so funny. Like, it's so interesting and funny. I'm like, who knew? You mean?
DMC did that party too, by the way.
Who?
DMC did that party once.
Right, DMC.
Birthday.
Ryan Leslie did it, and O'Neill McKnight. We only did, that was a very short-lived party, but we had a lot of, but then we moved it to, I think, RDV next. So, and then RDV was like, that party blew up at RDV. That's where Miguel, do you remember Miguel performed there a lot?
Yeah, I do remember Miguel. And that was when he was like really, really fresh. Like nobody really knew who he was yet.
Yep.
And we did a lot of parties with Miguel now thinking about it.
He did 3. Well, we did one in LA, right? You and I? Was that you and
I? Yeah, my first party we did, but my first party ever in LA was with you, Miguel, Rashida, and MOS.
Wow, that's a great party right there. Woo. That's a good party. Rashida, MOS, Miguel, and me, right, and you.
Ro James was on that party too.
Listen, it's getting better. The story's getting better and better. Because I remember stuff, but I don't really remember stuff. Well, you told me something so funny. You said that me and Lionel Richie walked into a club together. I have no recollection of that at all. You told me that.
Crazy. So this is also another like after Lotus moment. So Lotus just ended, and you and Nitro were doing the party at Guest House. Remember home and Guest House? That was a moment. Like that was fun. Like you could go back and forth between the two clubs. That shit was hot. I used to love that.
Right.
So you come, and I was like, you kept inviting me out to parties, and I kept on like, was like, I can't make it. And then I was just like, I was like, I'm not 21 yet. Like, I can't go to the party. And he was like, don't worry about it. You was just like, get dressed and come out. And I pull up and stuff, and we walk in, and like out of nowhere, you just like walk in with Lionel Richie. It's like the week before my 21st birthday, and you're just like, you pull up in the club. It's literally me, you, Lionel Richie, and like Shernita was there, and like 3 other girls, and that was it. And that was the whole party. Me, you, Lionel Richie, Nitro, and Goldfinger was destroying it, like killing it. Like,
sounds like a great party. Sounds like me, Lionel Richie, Goldfinger, and you and Shernita. I'm good. So Gold Bar. Okay, let's get back to you. We're talking to you. Gold Bar was where you kind of like I think became known, especially in the downtown scene. Everybody take a drink. The drinking word is downtown. And it was kind of your residency. It became kind of a residency for you, correct?
Yeah, Johnny. Well, my first residency was, oh damn, it was like kind of like, I guess Pebbles gave me my first residency over at Sway. You remember your homegirl Carla? They gave me my first residency. Carla, she's a lawyer now. She used to work at Sway. You went to school with her. She's from Detroit.
Linda.
Sorry.
Yes.
I apologize. But yeah, they brought me over there. But like for me, like when I got my residency at Gold Bar, that's when it really like kind of like clicked for me. I had a few spots that I was working with, like Thompson Hotel, but Gold Bar was like at the time, like in that era for me, like that was our big club for people my age. Like that was like 21, 22. That was like if you were young, if you were hip, if you were rich, or you knew what was up, you were at Gold Bar at Johnny Lennon's Sunday Fun Day party on a Sunday night. And the only reason I was there was because Lotus ended. Had Lotus not ended, I would have never went over to that party. Never. Well, I would have just stuck with Goldfinger.
Gold Bar is one of the best clubs, one of the best downtown clubs in New York City.
Yeah, it is.
Everyone takes a drink downtown.
Yeah, blessings to them. And they've been around 14 years now.
It's still there, and it's such a special place. I've had so many special moments. If Kiss is still on here, that's where I met Kiss. It's where I met MOS. And to be honest, we had so many special nights there that are because it was small and beautiful and fabulous. So you know,
we did the Keith Haring party there. That was a beautiful night.
They're just they get it. They support culture there. You know. What's up, Crazy Legs? Wait, and then also I just remember we did Salon Millicime together. I forgot that.
Oh, that was really special too. That's where you did your Little Kim birthday party there. That's the first time I think. I don't know. Maybe you did parties with Little Kim a bunch. You probably had, but she did that party. It was supposed to be me, MOS, and Kiss spinning. I was supposed to be the opening DJ. MOS ended up flying to Paris to play like the opening of some club over there, and it ended up just being me and Kiss. And Little Kim was like very Little Kim, and she did it like just right, made everybody wait. And when she came out, like like the dudes in the front row started crying and screaming, and people were going nuts. I was just like, what the fuck?
I remember people crying. I remember like these queens crying for sure. Also, what under the I was like, I wanted to do that sound. She goes, ugh, ugh. You know, she makes that noise. So in the contract, they said Kim agrees to make the ugh noise. It was so funny. It was so funny.
Erica
and then
was that night with us too.
Who?
Erica was working that night.
That's where I met Erica there. But also, so that party is interesting because I actually like that party because it gave me a platform to showcase all that new talent. The Ro James, the Luke James, the Winter Gordons, remember Omarion performed that, Theophilus.
Yeah, Omarion performed, Omarion, Theophilus London, Mellow X, that was my favorite, honestly.
Yep. Mellow X.
I mean, they were all great. Every individual, Hal Layton, I think, performed.
That's right, Hal. Mademoiselle, Miguel performed there. And basically that was a really interesting, cool party because it just gave you this kind of platform to showcase all these artists, you mean? So I really liked that party a lot. And that's where, so Olivia Dope was brand new. That might have been one of her first gigs. Olivia Dope and you both kind of,
Yeah, I remember, she was DJ Fly Mommy at the time.
You're right. I forgot about that.
She put my ass in place, like, off the rip. I was like, yo, you got to be on time. Like, you wasn't on time. She's like, look, man, I got a baby. Like, yo, chill. I was like, okay. I was like, my bad. I'm sorry. Like, I was like, okay. I was like,
and then you spun pretty much all of my birthday parties since then, right? You spun all my birthday parties in New York, at least, right?
Yeah, until I started going to Australia, and then
you missed Cameron, which I was like, I can't believe you of all people missed Cameron. What are some of the my birthday party highlights for you? First of all, I always have you spin because you are very responsible. You really get me. You spin great, first of all, but you're always involved with like the the kind of technical parts, all the grand entrances and stuff, but you really get me. I love that part. So I'm really, I can trust you, which is great. So
yeah. Damn, you had so many big birthday moments. I mean, at least let me get 3 in. I would say when you came in on the horse, because you were mad at me for telling Sarah about the horse.
I'm still mad right now. I'm still mad. Listen, nobody was supposed to know, and you told one person. I'm like,
but she was freaking out about her equipment. I felt so bad for her. It was like,
listen, should be fine.
I know I fucked up on Omerta. My bad.
You're right. I was mad at you. I forgot. I was totally mad. I forgot.
And then again at Marquee, when you did the multiple outfit changes, like people were just floored. Like, and you came in like you had Warner that lived in my building. You had all these dudes carrying you in. And I just remember everyone was just like, people were just like, hold on, like, let me grab my camera real quick. You did like 4 or 5 outfit changes. It was amazing. And it was just like, it was insane. And I don't think, you know, I still haven't seen people do parties like that. You know what I mean? Like, it's very rare. There's only a handful of people in the industry right now that have the ability to do parties like that. So that was like a really big deal. And then
shout out to, actually, before we go on, shout out to Marquis and like Noah and Marquis in general, just being so supportive of all of that. I remember them really kind of getting behind it too and really wanting to do it. So like, you know, it takes a lot, you know, the venue has to be really supportive of it as well. So anyway.
I mean, you got to be the only person that came into Marquis on a horse. Like, I swear.
I'm the only person. So here's the thing. I think I'm the only person that ever came in a club on a horse, because after I came in on a horse, Olivia, we've been shouting out, oh my God, Noah and Olivia, we just talked about both of you right now. No, I just gave you a shout out 1 second ago, saying that Marquis has been so supportive of me and my huge birthday parties, and Noah, I just said it. And Olivia, we said that you know, we've been shouting out too. But wait, so getting back to me on the white horse, I came in the white horse in Marquis, Noah, and you guys were very supportive, decorating. I remember the venue. And then after the fact, I went and did my research, and Bianca Jagger actually never came in the club on the white horse. The horse was like wheeled in, and she just got on it and took a picture of it. So I may be the only person, I think maybe ever, that came through a club on a white horse. So I'm just saying, I don't know, but I may be one.
You were so cool about it too. Like, you were so, like, you didn't flinch. You was just like king.
I was basically shitting my pants, but here it is. Look, that's it right there. Marquis, Noah, this is in Marquis. My thing is, I basically was, no, I wasn't shitting my pants actually. I was like, we did a rehearsal, it was fine. You mean, so. Any other birthday highlight moments for you?
When you, I think the other one for me that was real big was, I really loved the one that you did at the Hudson Terrace, I think it was, or Hudson, something. We did it up in like Midtown somewhere.
Yep.
Hudson something. I think it was in the Hudson Hotel, and Luke James performed. That was my first time being introduced, like, really to his music and hearing him sing, who's incredible. And yeah, that was just really crazy. You had like every model, Damaris Lewis, like all these people, and then like you came flying down from the ceiling. And I remember you wanted to come into Grace Jones, pull up to the bumper, and I was like, you know, Damon, I really like that record, but like I think it just might go over people's head a little bit. I was like, you know, you should just keep it basic and let's go for the Vogue Madonna. We did Vogue Madonna. You came down from the ceiling, and it was like, what are you looking for? And people was like, ah.
No, first of all, I remember that vividly. I was up there in the harness thing when you said, let's try Vogue, and we tried it, and it worked immediately. I remember that vividly. So, first of all, and Olivia's on here right now. Olivia was with me in the harness, like, what, you know, it was like, that was such a, listen, I'll do anything to create a moment, I guess. Like, shout out to Olivia for helping me on my birthday, both of you for having my birthday all those years. So,
love you, Olivia. I see you, baby.
Okay, so explain Famous and Bushwick. Tell me about Famous and Bushwick.
So Famous and Bushwick came after like I did Baby I'm a Star for a while. I was like,
yeah,
I was rolling around with MOS, like Hard Body. And like from him, I was learning how to like do parties. Like from being around you guys, like I was there like firsthand a lot of the time. So I was learning directly on how to build out parties. And I was like, let me see if I could try this. Like, this is the next step. I need to make my own party. You guys had Baby I'm a Star, and MoMA had started doing Everyday People. And I was like, I need to do something. So
smart.
like, what can I do? And then like one day I was just sitting in my bed. I was like, Famous and Bushwick. And I didn't think it would amount to much of anything because Bushwick wasn't visible at the time.
Yep.
It wasn't as known. It wasn't like a chic thing. Like we didn't have Alexander Wang doing parties, you know, in Bushwick back then. So it was
Were you
like
doing it? Were you in downtown Bushwick by any chance? Everybody drinking waters downtown.
downtown. I mean, Bushwick is the furthest thing from downtown you could possibly imagine. It's like
I've
completely
been there like
different.
twice or something. I didn't know it.
So, but yeah, that party was really like, that's how I got to Australia. Like it opened up, it gave me my own autonomy. Like it gave me my own identity amongst a lot of people that had their own identities. So it gave me something to be proud of. And it was like, it was one of the most beautiful learning experiences. I made some of the most incredible friends. And like, I got to have a little bit of the taste of the art, culture, and history here in this neighborhood. That's done like a lot for me. So it's
Well,
always.
first of all, I've always loved the name Famous in Bushwick. I think it's amazing. And then, you know, you just said you've always been like I said, you've been old soul, and you've been really observant, like a sponge, because you said that Kiss, MOS, and I were doing Baby and Star, and Momo was doing Everyday People, and we're all at least 10 years older than you or more. So you were looking at us and then doing it, you know, in a great way. I mean, so really inspired by us, which is I think so wise beyond your years, you know. So. And then look at the Everyday People party. How'd that turn out for them? That's like my favorite party.
So, it's funny because I was actually supposed to collaborate with MoMA at one time. Like when I was like kind of like in the height of what I was doing. I just didn't really have the business acumen to like really like see it through. But like the fact that the opportunity was there and that like people saw my vision and respected it enough to like, you know, even address me and pay attention to it was like, that meant a lot. And like, it's led to like, as you can see now, a lot of people do parties in Bushwick. Like, you know, it's very interesting to like be a part of something in New York City and see it happen firsthand, because I was looking up to people who were seeing things happen firsthand that I was looking for. You know, I wanted to go to Limelight when I was a kid. You know, I would see the club kids on the Sally Raphael show after school and be like, what is that? You know, so.
That was my first job. Did you know that at Limelight in New York?
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't even know you did the door when I first met you. Like, I only found that out like later in our friendship. I was like, damn, you do everything, don't you? Like, I had no idea that you did the door anywhere, like at all.
I did. Listen, I was like doing the door 7 nights a week in New York at all the hip hop parties. Shout out to Naomi. Shout out to Clip Watts. Sean's still on here. Oh, amazing. Sean, must be interesting if you're still on. So I want to ask you a couple questions. What is your go-to song in general? What's your always go-to song?
My always go-to song? Oh, wow. Damn. It depends on the party. I mean, my always go-to song is probably, I don't know, Madonna Everybody's probably like my really like always go-to.
You're just saying that because you're talking to me, first of all.
No, it's not that. But it's because that was a really big crossover record in the instance when they released it. Like, they didn't want people to know she was white. They were like marketing it as a black record. So it's like and it's for the dance floor, and it's like it's a little bit of freestyle, it's a little bit of R&B, it's a little bit of pop. It was
disco, yeah.
It like had a lot of vibe to it. And
I remember
it always works.
I remember like Madonna before in Detroit, they played her on the black radio station before she kind of became a bigger star. And then once she kind of became Madonna, they stopped playing her. But that first album in particular is very, are you smoking?
Of course.
Yeah, first of all, I love when I tell you, spin music I love. And you just spin like Madonna and stuff like that. I love when I tell you that. I'm like, just spin what I like. You know what I like.
Yeah, I got stacks of Madonna records in my house. I love Madonna.
But that Madonna song is, that Madonna album is like, reminds me of downtown New York during that time. Downtown.
Downtown, yeah. And I mean, it's crazy because
the Pyramid Club
is still there. The Pyramid Club is still there on Avenue A. Like, I hope it's still there after all of this. That's like, they need to make it like a landmark. RuPaul came up in the Pyramid Club, like all the new wave acts, like that's a big hot the whole new wave and goth culture in New York. It'd be like devastating if it closed.
Something interesting that I want to share with you and like with everyone is what I've learned from doing these talks. This is my 55th one. Is that anyone I've introduced that was actually really around during the early 80s and stuff in New York said that like from 80 to 85, it was like new wave people mixing with punk rockers, mixing with gay people, mixing with like drag queens, mixing with hip hop guys, and really mixing it. It was not an issue. Like it was like very fine. And it's only like the late 80s, early 90s when it got really segregated. So you mean?
Yeah, I mean, New York is really.
What's up, Jonathan?
New York is really crazy when it comes to that in a lot of ways. Like there is a lot of segregation here, but there's also a lot of like where people come together and like those things still like you can't stop people from coming together in New York. And like at some point in time, like people had enough of separating themselves and they all come together. It's like it's the inevitable in New York, you know what I mean? And just the way the music and the culture flows here, it's like eventually like you're gonna have to like get away from what you know that's comfortable if you want to enjoy what is popping and what's going on around you. So
yeah, enjoy that vibe, the real vibe. All right, so Ivan, what's your songs right now? What are your favorite songs right now?
My favorite songs right now.
Could be old, doesn't have to be new. Could be old.
I like this kid Sam Henshaw. I like him a lot. He's from London. He's a soul singer. He's really, really, really dope. Like I really, really like him. He has the song "How Does It Feel," and I really, really like that record. I really, I mean, I listen to Mobb Deep like nonstop, like religiously. Like that's like my like daily scripture.
Well, the thing about you is so interesting and weird is you always, even when you take a picture, you just look like the 90s or 2000s, like, you know, so before your time. You've always been before your time in a great way. So it's really interesting to me. I have another question for you. Okay, so if you could go to dinner with 4 people, living or dead, who would you choose?
If I could go to, oh man, Biggie, because he smoked weed, so I want to sit down and eat and smoke with him. I'd want to go out to eat with John Lennon for sure, because he's a very interesting person to me. Whitney,
Good one.
because she's a Leo. And then
Good
I
one.
would say like that's alive right now. That would be my peer. Like if I could go out and have like dinner with them and kick it with them and hang out, I'd probably say like Kendrick Lamar.
Listen, I would love to be at that dinner as well. I would love to be the sixth guest. I would love that. So, I love all those people. That's an interesting group. Good.
I like Boy George too. I want to go out to dinner with him.
He's cool. I've met him.
He's one of my favorite songwriters of all time. Like I live and die for Culture Club. His lyrics are so deep.
I know. He's always has a broken heart. I love him. And I styled him once with Canon about 5 years ago, and he was a total sweetheart. He started following me on Instagram, and I'm like, I have arrived. I'm officially arrived. Well, actually,
what's your favorite Culture Club song?
Miss Me Blind.
Miss Me Blind. Time is mine.
Time is also great. Time is like a sad song, though. Also, Time Lock from The Last Dragon last night told me that I have the glow. I'm like, listen, there ain't nobody, you can't tell me nothing.
He was dope. Like, I was just feeling the whole, like, yo, my daddy was selling pot and he wanted to be with a black girl. He was like, yo, I'm going to just keep it real with you. I was like,
no, it was amazing. His rich childhood was so interesting to me, you know? Rich in culture.
It would be hard to, like, do something like that nowadays. So I think that's, like, it's kind of special. Like, I hope we can still have, like, people who are, like, renegade parents like that out there.
I think that exists for sure, because I mean, a lot of my friends who are cool, interesting artists are parents, so like I think that exists. But he you know, he was just raised so rich in culture. He said he was raised with Andy Warhol, Jimi Hendrix. His mom was friends with Grace Jones. I called him after, and I was like, yo, tell me more. I mean, I want to meet your mom. All right, so I want to see. Does anybody have any questions for the Gent? I want to call you Jimmy the Gent, but anybody have any questions for the Gent before we wrap it up? And then is there anything else that you want to say, Jimmy?
I just want to shout out all my friends and family in New York nightlife because it's been a hard time right now. So to all the DJs that have been going live, regardless of these copyright issues, that are still spreading mad love and cheer to people, whether you're taking money or not taking money. I love you. I appreciate you. You're helping uplift me and my spirits. Shout outs to all the guys I work with, like Ian Glazer and B Wiz and Angelo Bianchi, and all the people over at Little Sister, Jeremy, like all the clubs, everyone in my Soho House, Ludlow House family. Like, I'm just wishing everyone nothing but mad love and blessings and prosperity. And we're all going to get through this. That's all I have to say.
That's great. That's wonderful.
I can't name everybody. We don't have enough time.
Okay.
But, like, there's just mad love for a lot of people out there.
Well, okay, so a couple things. I realized after the first or second week of kind of quarantine how important DJs are to me. I know it, but it became glaringly obvious to me how important Eric LaPoe, who's on here, Olivia Dope, Kiss, how important my DJ relationships are to me. It was so glaringly obvious to me. And to be honest, DJ Swiss B said it best. He goes, it's so interesting. When everything shut down, it got right back to the DJs where it always belonged. It always should have been there. So, you know, the DJs are so important, but I think it got kind of skewed with these influencer DJs and all this, like, you know, kind of fake DJs. So it is exactly where it should be right now, which is the focus is on these really talented, amazing, authentic DJs, including yourself. So
yeah, I mean, like everyone, even like my boy Yamez, my boy Dylan, Dilemma, like all these guys that be out here grinding. Kiana Parks, I see her. Like everyone, my boy PD Complex, like there's the list goes on, like Madison LST. Like I work with so many wonderful, amazing, talented individuals in this business that have done so much for me over the years. Like, and to not see them right now is just insane. So like their presence online is like everything. Like seeing you, like thank you for these conversations and these talks. I get to meet some of like people that I might know them by face, but I don't get to really have conversations with them. This like allows me into their world, into their careers. So like, we love you. We appreciate you, Damon. Like you are the fucking shit. And you know that you've done so much for me, and you just kill it. So please keep doing this for as long as we're in here, because like, this is better than the History Channel. They're not doing good right now. But
well, I feel the same way. Like if I was 19 years old, I would love this, what I'm doing so much. I would be like this because I'm such a school of culture. I love culture. You know, I really do love this. Wait, let me ask you a question before we go. Am I uptown or am I downtown? Everybody drink. The drinking word is downtown.
Oh man, you're downtown all day.
Like but I like to say I'm uptown.
You uptown in the heart, but you downtown to the beat. And that's just what it is, you know.
I like being both. I like being fluid. I like going, you know, wherever I like doing that, you know. So
exactly, and you're crushing it in LA too. We always have a good time in LA.
Thank you.
Always. I can't wait to come visit.
I do want to, before we go, I just want to say something to you. Thank you for all you do for me. You do tons of things for me, and I really appreciate it. I think that you have an old soul when it comes to music, which I appreciate. I think you spin impeccably. I think realistically that you came up under Goldfinger and MOS, and you spin. Those are two of my favorite DJs, and you spin like right in the vein of them. You know, so
yeah.
I think that, you know, they both influence your style, which is my favorite style. So I really appreciate like your musical journey and your musical taste. I'm happy to have given you the opportunities I have. Very happy, and you know, I'm really glad you're doing successful and you're happy. You mean so. And you're a great DJ. You are genuinely a great DJ, and I really believe that. So, cheers to that. Look, cheers to that.
I know. I had a fresh beer too.
Good. All right. So, thank you.
Thank you so much for having me. It's an honor. I appreciate you. I love you.
I love you too.
We'll keep doing our party, I guess, on Thursdays.
Yes, we will.
All right.
All right.
All right. See you later, baby. Have a good
night. Bye, guys.
Good
Thank
night.
you. Have a good night.